Well, it's almost 12:30 midnight here where I'm at. Just got done doing an interview with Jean-Claude JC. His channel, by the way, is named Beyond Mystic in YouTube. He's going to upload that video sometime tomorrow. I guess it is tomorrow, isn't it? Breaking Trump executive order calls up 1 million reserve military personnel in Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Has JSNIP4 been telling you the arrests are about to go down? Just like the JFK kid said recently, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. The elite better run. This guy is not apparently a very friendly Q follower, but nonetheless, on Friday, President Donald Trump issued an executive order under a national emergency authority. Corona. He's got the authority under Corona. Something that was not provided by the U.S. Constitution, to call up 1 million selected reserve and certain members of the individual ready reserve of the armed forces to active duty. While Q followers will herald this as nothing to worry about, I am very skeptical, especially since the Constitution provides zero authority for the president to do this. Well, you know, when the president is attempted overthrow and treason is committed, you might actually be surprised at what the president's rights and authorities are. I'm on the White House website right now, whitehouse.gov. I've got the link. This is not a long read, so here we go. Executive order to order the selected reserve and certain members of the individual ready reserve of the armed forces to active duty. National Security and Defense, issued March 27, 2020. That's today, although right now it's 28th because it's midnight. By the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including the National Emergencies Act, and in furtherance of Proclamation 9994 of March 13, 2020, declaring a national emergency concerning the novel coronavirus disease, COVID-19 outbreak, which declared a national emergency by reason of the threat that the novel new coronavirus, known as SARS-CoV-2, poses to our nation's healthcare systems. I hereby order as follows. Section 1. Emergency Authority. To provide additional authority to the Secretaries of Defense. Secretary of Defense? For a virus outbreak? In Homeland Security? For a virus outbreak? Or is it go time for the elite arrests? To respond to the national emergency declared by Proclamation 9994, the authorities under Section 12302 of Title 10 United States Code and Sections 2127, 2308, and 2314 and 3735 of Title 14 United States Code. So the guy who runs WashingtonStandard.com, there's the law that allows him. Are invoked and made available, according to their terms, to the Secretaries of Defense and Homeland Security, the Secretaries of the Army, Navy, and Air Force at the discretion of the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security with respect to the Coast Guard when it is not operating as a service in the Navy, are authorized to order to active duty not to exceed 24 consecutive months. Such units and individual members of the Ready Reserve under the jurisdiction of the Secretary concerned not to exceed 1 million members on active duty at one time as the Secretary of Defense, and with respect to the Coast Guard when it is not operating as a service in the Navy, the Secretary of Homeland Security considered necessary. The Secretary of Defense or the Secretary of Homeland Security, as applicable, will ensure appropriate consultation is undertaken with relevant state officials with respect to the utilization of National Guard Reserve component units activated under this authority. And there's a little bit at the end it's not relevant. So, access to up to 1 million individual soldiers or what have you, military personnel, not to exceed 1 million. Doesn't say for sure he wants all million. It just says not to exceed. Maybe he can get it done with 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 or whatever it is. He Did this tonight, Friday night, March 27th, 2020. Some of y'all it's still March 27th because you're in West Coast time. I'm not waiting to upload this tomorrow morning. You're getting this right now. It's going down. We're yelling timber. You elite bastards better run. You better run and hide. It is going down.